Dune 2000 was a return to real-time strategy greatness, but did you know this game also came out on the PlayStation 1, and yeah, it was pretty good. My name's the Retro Gaming Goose, and welcome to the second video in my series, Dune in Dune. Again, a video series that I've come up with just for the pun, and mainly because I feel like the Dune games don't get enough love because they're so good and so influential within like the gaming industry. Or like gaming history, and I feel like just not enough people talk about them or give them credit for the stuff that they pioneered. So today we're talking about another Westwood game. Again, that's going to be a big theme because Westwood brought out a lot of the video games, and today we're talking about Dune 2000. Weirdly enough, this game was released in 1999 and came onto the PS1 and PC, and more staples from the Command & Conquer series were in this game, like for example full motion video, like cutscenes were in here. There were some weird celebrities that came into this game as well, people that you really don't expect to turn up in this, along with some of the most impressive CGI cutscenes of the time. But the actual graphics as well, they're pretty good. Dune 2000 brought a mix of classic RTS gameplay and cinematic flair to the PlayStation 1. This wasn't just a normal port of the PC version as well, like a slapdash one and done. It was an ambitious attempt to fit the complexities of a PC strategy game onto a controller, and somehow they really did pull it off this time, probably because the PlayStation controller has more buttons than the Mega Drive, and the game sort of industry had developed quite a bit since then. This game also, like I mentioned previously, featured full motion video cutscenes, deep faction gameplay, and those iconic sandworms from Dune just were an absolute nightmare. They always destroy my harvesters in this game because I don't pay enough attention to what's going on, and that's one thing that you will have to do, is pay attention to what is going on. And the story to this game is pure sci-fi gold. It is Dune fanfiction at its best. If you're into Dune, if you like the books, this is fantastic. Emperor Corino issues a challenge to the Great Houses, being Atreides, Harkonnen and Ordos. Again, these are the factions that you can play as, to whoever controls the spice, controls the universe, and begins this massive bloodbath of a house civil war, saying that the only rule to this war that he's putting out is that you can't use atomic weapons. Everyone just has to fight like guns, tanks, everything's fine, assassination, all good, no nukes. Now the gameplay is very similar to the Command & Conquer games. You have your interface and units control. You can kind of like control everything by one button presses, and the rest of it is kind of just to do with shortcuts to menus, I would guess is the easiest way to explain how it works on the controller without physically showing you the controller. You navigate with the D button or the analog stick if you have a DualShock. A harvest spice, you deploy tanks, and that's pretty much about it. It does take a little bit of getting used to, but once it sort of like gels in, it's absolutely fine. Like any old game, it just takes a little bit of jank to get over, and you're fine playing it. Like once you realise that maybe it doesn't do what modern games do. Now, for me personally, Dune 2000, especially on the PlayStation 1, I feel like this game looks amazing. I think the FMVs were so gritty, weirdly atmospheric, and the units were detailed, and the soundtrack is pretty good. Like I really like this sort of like heavy industrial take on the Dune universe, and it has that weird sort of like industrial music to go with it, that sort of industrial metal, almost sort of borderline copyright infringement on a Nine Inch Nails soundtrack, but then also complete with this sort of swelling, slow orchestral music that goes into the background, really sort of creating this atmosphere of mystery and that you don't know what's in this like fog of war. Personally, I think Dune 2000 is a hidden gem on the PlayStation 1. I don't really like to use hidden gem that much, but I'm going to use it for this video. True, the controls can be clunky and they get a little bit sort of to get used to really get a lot out of it, but it delivers such a good RTS experience on console on the PlayStation 1. Just like to point out as well that that's Gimli. Gimli's in this game. Don't know if that's going to sway you in any way in playing this, but Jonathan Rhys-Davies is in this game. I thought I'd leave that to the very end just to let you know. But let me know in the comments below, did you ever play Dune 2000? Did you have it on the PlayStation 1 or did you have it on the PC? Do you actually think it's a good game or do you think it's kind of terrible? If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like the video, comment below, and if you want to see more Dune content, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. My name's been a Veteran Gaming Goose, and hopefully see you in the next video.
Listen, and you will persuade the Harkonnen to leave. And Commander, the Duke is watching you. Be very persuasive.